Welcome to a special broadcast by the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, where we're profiling all House committees and chairpersons, as well as presiding officers at the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, with the hashtag #GetToKnowGPL. And for full versions of all of these interviews, you can log on to Gauteng Provincial Legislature social media pages on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us. These discussions brought to us by Gauteng Provincial Legislature. And we're in conversation with Deputy Chair of Committees, Honorable Thulani Kunene. Thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule to speak to the people of Gauteng.
Thank you.
Can we start by asking you to tell us a little bit about yourself? Who is Honorable Thulani Kunene?
Yeah, I come from the Val, what is now popularly known as now Sedibeng, but people know it as the Val, where the history of South Africa was made. It's where the people of the Val have been very deeply involved in the struggle of this country. And unfortunately, there's been very bad things that have happened over the last 100 years or so in that region. So I'm a product of that region. Whereas we know that in 1960, the people of Shanville were killed. 1984, there was Val Uprising. There was also Wipadu, and many massacres in Spokane. That's where I come from. I come from a place called Palm Springs, which is in Everton. Everton is one of the oldest towns, if not the oldest towns in the country. First cricket in 1904. There, and what's left there. They've been living there for the last 100 years. That's about my country. I'm currently the Regional Chairperson of the ANC Sedibeng Elections. Tell me, it's kind of that training where I've made my goals as an activist and a person who has been dedicated all this my life, have that life to ensure that people live a better life. Yeah, that's why.
Honorable Kunene, take us through all the programs that you championed.
Yeah. The primary program that I'm responsible for is public participation. That's what I've been delegated to in terms of my role in the legislation. Public participation takes many forms. It takes a form of people of Gauteng being able to access government, because part of our responsibilities were a parliament of the people. The people of Gauteng must have an opportunity to engage with the members of the executive, which are the MSs. They must also be able to access the portfolio committees. And one of the tools that they have, the people of Gauteng, is petitions. But also, we must be able to go to them and engage the people of Gauteng where they are. So we have public meetings that we go to. We've got oversight meetings where people also have an opportunity to have speeches on us as a legislature, but also as an executive. So that's primarily the major responsibility that one has. It's allowing people of Gauteng to have space. So we have created a number of platforms to allow them to do that. We've got sector parliaments, which is basically a sectoral where we focus on sectors and allow them to engage with the people. So that's part of the things that we have to do.
In your own words, can you articulate just how important petitions are to the provincial legislature?
Well, the petitions are basically the last point of call by their citizens, because a citizen will go to either to their ward councillor, go to a clinic, go to a hospital, go to home affairs, and when they don't get the treatment that they want about any government service, they will then complain to the next level, and when they reach the point where they feel that they're not getting any assistance, they'll either then write a petition either to the municipality or to the provincial government. So the provincial government must then be in a position to respond to the issues that people have raised. So it's quite an important platform that people have, and as Gauteng Legislature in this 7th term, we're also looking at ways of making sure that we can improve and better ensure that the petitions that people place to them to the legislature they get responded to, which member Gentile is the primary responsibility. So our role where I am is to support her and all other portfolio committees in their role of participation.
You also play a role in the National Council of Provinces. Can you touch on that briefly?
National Gauteng, like all other provinces, we appoint members of the provincial legislature to go and represent us and the NCOP. Their role there is to represent the aspirations and the views of people of Gauteng through their parliament, which is the Gauteng legislature. So they also, from time to time, come back with the laws that are being made in parliament. So we must be able to give our people space through public participation, because then we'll have hearings where people then have an opportunity to make inputs on any law that is in front of parliament. So we coordinate that. For example, the now famous Bella Act, which was Bella E.
Yes.
The legislature would have given people an opportunity to make inputs into the act, into the bill that time. Just the people making a inputs when it's in the bill, until the president sign it. The same with NHI. So all the all the bills that save in parliament, they also get to, through the NCOP, come for public participation, allow people at Gauteng a space and opportunity to make an act. So that's a role that we coordinate as our office.
In terms of the rate of participation, are you happy?
There's always a room for improvement. We want to make participation impactful. So we're trying to make sure that's why we are reviewing even on the issue of sector parliaments. In the past, there would have been upon 9 sector parliaments which will come and raise the issues. But when they said, we think that it's important that we don't just have these sector parliaments, but we also need to have these sector parliaments as a platform where people are giving feedback. That's why this year, in this financial year, we're going to have 4 sector parliaments, but of the 4, only 1 is going to be going out and listening to the people and basically taking their views, which is the end sector parliament.
Excellent.
But the 3, we're just going to go back and give feedback.
Okay.
Because there were sector parliaments last year, young people raised their issues. So, for example, the youth parliament, young people raised the issues last weekend. We think that now, the youth parliament we're going to have, we must go back there and give feedback. All the NVCs, all the departments must go give feedback on issues that were raised and adopted and resolved in the last year. But also changing how sector parliaments are going to work. We want them to that all issues that are raised in the sector parliaments, those reports get to serve back in the legislature. They become binding resolutions when we bind and hold the executive, where we can hold the executive accountable based on those sector parliaments. So we want to improve so that it's not just about the number of sector parliaments that we have, but also the impact that they are able to have on the lives of the people.
Yeah, let me take you back to the role that you play in the National Council of Provinces. I mean, are there programs from the past that you want to touch on for us? I know you spoke a little bit about the NHI and the Bella Act. Would there be any others that you can share with us from NCOP?
Well, I'm just a few months old, a member of parliament. So there wouldn't have been much since my arrival. Obviously, things should have happened before I came. So I can only speak about things that have taken place since my arrival. So what has happened in the last week or so? The NCOP was visiting Gauteng, doing oversight on unfinished projects. So we went to all the regions. We started taking Joburg, and we went to Shadow Matwake, which is a project that's continuing, because as you would remember, I think in 2021, there was a fire,
Yes.
which burned a huge part of the hospital. So the Department of Health is finalizing the renovations and the revamp of the hospital. So we also went to a number of other clinics and schools that are either not finished, went even to the VAR, where I come from, in Rastafari, where we visited a school that was not finished, and a new contractor has been appointed. So that has been work that has been done since my arrival at the legislature. We had a full week last week, where we visited on this project, on these unfinished projects. And we are then able to ensure and push that those projects be completed, because service delivery and all these projects are meant to make the lives of the people better. Like as I said, a school in Rand West, where young people, the learners are in a school that is cramped. They really need that school resourced. So at least the way we went, the contractor made a commitment that by January, that school will be opened and then will be finished in terms of construction. So the learners can have a new school where they can go to. So it's quite an important work that the NCOP does.
And just in closing, talk to us about the legacy that you would like to leave as a deputy chair of committees. Beyond your term, when you walk away and you take on another role, what sort of structures and what sort of legacy would you like to remain, in the name of the work that you've done for the people of Gauteng?
But who would want government to be hold government accountable oversee, because that's the role that we play in the legislature? Who would want to make an impact in terms of the laws that will change the lives of the people? Because one of the primary roles that we play in the legislature is to make laws. So we would want that our contribution is to be able to look at what borders our people and what interventions can we make, which laws can we make that can make their lives better. And I come from the ANC, so the ANC work as a collective. So it's as an ANC as a collective rather than me. So the legacy that we want to leave, the goal of Gauteng, is a better, improved Gauteng, where we take decisions based on evidence that has been connected through the interaction with the people. So that our interaction with the people should help us to take better decisions so that we're able to change their lives for the better. Because that's what we're elected for, is to improve the lives of the people. So it's not necessarily about me as an individual, but this is the part that I represent has mandated me to represent the people of Gauteng, and that is this collective of ANC members of parliament of the legislature. We have a mandate to ensure that we create a better life for our people.
Deputy Chair of Committees, Honorable Thulani Kunene, thank you so much once again for your time, and we wish you all the best in all the different roles that you play. And thank you once again for chatting to the people of Gauteng.
Thank you for the opportunity that you gave.
Thank you.